this.
The McDermott Classic will deliver all-table live broadcasting and top-tier commentary from professionals like Jeremy Jones, Mike DeMarco, Scott Frost and Mark White. With the infrastructure powered by Digital Pool and the support from partners from around the world, portions of the event will have commentary on multiple tables as well as feature matches in multiple languages. The world-class field of cueists will clash with emerging warriors from the United States and fight for ranking points on the World 9-Ball Tour. This year's McDermott Classic kicks off Tuesday, March 12th and concludes on Sunday, March 17th. Purchase your pay-per-view pass at McDermottClassic.com now and take advantage of the limited-time early bird pricing available only until Tuesday, March 12th. All event information can be found at McDermott Classic.
All right, folks, welcome back. My name is Mike DeMarco from Ship the Cash, and we are back at Amazin' Billiards for day 2 of the McDermott Classic WNT 9-ball event. Had a nice opening day yesterday. Lots of spectators, lots of talent in the room, and even a few upsets, in my opinion. But today's opening match, this is a B-side match. It's Gregorio Sanchez and Dave Gavish, currently at 1-1 right now. And these are races to 8. Race to 8 in this round. We have 2 rounds of B-side matches that we're kicking off the day with. And then we move forward with our winner's side matches. 12 p.m. and 1:45 will be the next 2 rounds after that. So again, the first 4 rounds of matches on the tables are the B-side matches, 9 a.m. and 10:30. Then 12 o'clock and 1:45 will be the winner's side matches. I'll tell you, both of these guys, super strong players. You can see their ratings right on the side of their names. Gregorio Sanchez, a.k.a. Guama. Always a super strong player. We've seen him in action quite a bit. Dave Gavish, kind of an unsung hero, my personal opinion. Very strong player. And when he gets out there and he gets hot, boy oh boy, look out. Yesterday, we saw a lot of unrealistic things happen. For example, this featured table here, we had a match with Joshua Filler, and his performance on this equipment was just unreal. It was almost surreal watching it play out, as if it couldn't be happening the way that it was. But sure, it was nothing short of amazing, or amazing, considering our place here. Josh's opponent broke and didn't make a ball. Josh proceeded to run all the way till he had 8 games, ran out that first rack and put a 7-pack on top. What an unbelievable performance that was. His opponent really only had 3 strokes of the cue stick in the entire match, and it looked like, you know, just perfect pool. Really did. And again, we have tons of awesome matches coming today, and we conclude tomorrow. And if you want to continue to see all of that, you got to get your pay-per-view pass at McDermottClassic.com. And don't forget, you can't just get the last day or 2. You can purchase just today, or today and tomorrow. Yeah, Josh's match, the opening round against Jeff Kennedy from Canada. 9-0 there. Joshua Filler then defeating Martin Daigle, also of Canada, 9-0. It's just, you know, the level of play in this room today is quite high. And I think that these earlier matches are going to show a little bit of that morning grogginess to some degree. I think these players are going to get accustomed to the matches and the equipment relatively quickly, but I do think that the first few games of all of these matches are going to be just a little slower paced, and then I think we'll see these boys kick it up. Still spectator seating in the room available. So if you are local to Amazing Billiards, again, we're in Malden, Massachusetts, 40 Faulkner Street to be exact. If you are local, I do urge you to come down. You will have to get your general admission ticket at the door. I do see a lot of folks supporting that. I think a little bit later we will be active in the room. A lot more active. Now, Dave banked that 6-ball to the corner there. Now it looks like he may actually be playing the carom on the 9 here. And he nails it. Great shot there from Dave Gavish. Just waiting for those balls to come to rest. Yeah, that's a pretty nifty shot there. You know, and that type of control, you can practice that type of control playing one of my favorite formats, scratch pool, variation of Russian pyramid, where you're playing the object balls off of the cue ball to make a score. And you can see Dave has absolute control of that cue ball. I see some of the folks watching via Facebook. See Jack Gorman, Kevin Bourne, Rob Rogan, Pete Brown, Sandra Costin. Thank you guys for joining. And again, if you are local, I really do urge you to come down and watch these matches today. So much coming up. I mean, we've literally just begun. We had a whole day of play yesterday, but we've literally just begun. Right, Dave Gavish breaking rack 4. He's up 2-1. See how he's taking the break here. Right, makes the 1 on the side. 2 balls drop in that bottom right corner. He's got a pretty nice layout here. I mean, this is really just going to come down to execution, in my opinion. Not really anything to figure out. You know, just focus and get the job done. He's going to want to leave himself an angle on this 3 ball. He's going to have to come all the way back down table for that 4 in this bottom corner. I think he's done that just well. Just right. It's going to be the big stroke of the rack. And he's overstruck it. He's fallen okay on the opposite side. I know he wasn't really trying to go through it. I think he's okay. It's really just managing the cue ball. Pocketing the ball isn't the issue. I'd like to see him actually go bottom short rail, right long rail, and then come above that 5 ball. Doesn't necessarily need to go all the way around and hit the 4 rails, but for comfort of pocketing it, he may do that. Looks like he may just float. See, he bumped right into the 9 ball, missing that 4. I liked him kind of, you know, seeing a little bit more of a simpler idea there. I think he was just trying to pocket it and asking too much with that inside spin. Squirting the cue ball and cutting that 4 ball on the bottom side of it, which is why he missed. You know, don't forget, this is fresh cloth. You know, just less than a week old. All the tables were freshly done in anticipation for the event. So there's not a lot of grit on the tables. And I think it's a little bit more than it was right off the bat yesterday. You know, there's been a little bit of play on the tables, so they're getting a little bit of bite. But again, there's still quite a bit of slide on the tables, and you really have to make sure that you're not forcing the cue ball. All right, Guama looking for the top left corner. Going to go one rail shape. Just stun it over to that right long rail. He hits that great. Nice shot there. Similar shot here. He decides to go to the bottom rail. And this is going to tie us up 2 games apiece. You know, it's nice to see some of the players in the room that aren't as active as they have been, you know, kind of getting that fire. One of those players, Mr. Mike DeShane. Nice to see him in the field. He's competing right now on the B side. Lost his match yesterday to Chris Reinhold. Going to take a quick word from one of our sponsors.
Whether you're new to pool and practicing the basics, or a more experienced player performing drills to improve your shot making and positional play, the Drill Partner is perfect for you.
And that was Moonlighting Billiards. And get yourself your Drill Partner. Make sure you get consistent placement when you're training. And that's Moonlighting Billiards. Thank you very much for your support at the event. See one of our officials on site, Mr. Dave Morganelli. All right, Gregorio Sanchez to break. This is rack number 5. And we're at 2 games apiece. Remember, these are races to 8. Races to 8. I'll give you a quick lay of the land here. Looks like the 2-9 is available here. This may be a very quick game. And I don't see a reason why he's not going to shoot at this, and already he's indicating he is going to swing here. This could be a very, very quick game with just 2 strokes of that cue stick. Let's see if he can hold it together here. Wow. Missed opportunity there from Sanchez, but Dave Gavish is not going to be disappointed with the added opportunity for himself. I don't know if he wants to float above this or if he may go forward 2 rails and kind of bump that 7. Just going to keep it simple. I like his speed here. He can play these both in the same pocket. Dave Gavish, definitely a rhythm player. He doesn't really take much time getting his job done, but he's also not one of those players that lacks the ability to recognize when he has to give extra effort and extra time to set on a shot. Very knowledgeable player. I know as of late he's been kind of passing the buck to his daughter, who is a competitive player, and he's taken himself out of competition to help support her. I really love to see that, the generational torch passing. Dave getting really close to this top cushion here, but he's going to have a natural angle to float down. Just go right through it. And I do not see any issues here. Dave Gavish going to snatch this game back after a missed combination from Sanchez. And that's going to put him up 3-2 here. 3-2 in our race to 8. I think we've got a nice pace going right now. Really nice pace. Don't forget, we are going back to the pay-per-view shortly. And if you want to continue to watch these matches, Again, you can grab just today. You can grab today and tomorrow if you'd like. And you can see all of that information, McDermottClassic.com. It's just $9.95 for today if you'd like. Or you can get both today and tomorrow for that $23.95. Again, that's McDermottClassic.com. I mean, today is going to have a ton of matches. And obviously, you'd love to see the final conclusion to this epic event. All right, Dave Gavish breaking. This is rack 6. He's up 3-2. Again, racing to 8. Let's see how his break looks this time around. He made the 1 ball and a couple of balls in that bottom right corner last time. Let's see how it looks here. 1 ball falls. Yeah, he's got the break down. He's got it down. 2 ball not really going to open up for him here. Doesn't have a pocket for the 2 ball. I mean, there's a small chance he could cheat it in there just because of the slippery cloth, but I don't think he's going to attempt anything like that. Looking like a defensive attempt here. Maybe just roll on top of this 6 ball. Yeah, that was another missed opportunity there from Gavish. And again, sometimes those touchy shots and stroke shots are really difficult to manage on that fresh cloth. Really got to have that control in your mind and understand those reactions. I know most of the time, unless you're traveling and playing in these events every single time, that fresh cloth is not something that most players are used to playing on. And, some of the shots, they look different. They definitely react differently. You got to make sure that you understand how to execute your shots on the different equipment. Bama now just focused on how he's going to attack that 5 ball, and it looks like he's going to attempt this 2 rails and get on the back side of it. That's what he was indicating there. He's going to try to make this go tightly between the side and the 9 ball. Wants this to bite. Needs to get some distance here, and if he doesn't, he may have to go with the carom shot here, 5 to the 8. Means he'll just glance off the right side of that 5 ball and pocket the 8 ball. And I think this is a comfortable shot. I mean, although you want to just shoot an open ball, I do think this is comfortable for him. Now, because of the reach here, that does slightly decrease the percentages of the shot. If he's not 100%, though, he would go with defense. I mean, he's looking at that carom right now. All right, so this there from Guama. He's going to offer Dave a bank on the 3. I'm sorry, on the 5. I don't know if Dave's going to take this on. He may look for defense. I think that's a really smart shot that Dave played there. Fairly decent cue ball. He didn't want to offer that bottom rail to kick up to the 5. He did leave him the shot. Obviously, it's not an open ball, but when you're talented like these players, even just leaving any opportunity to contact that ball is going to be tough. Now, they can just safe you right back, put you in a worse position. The bottom line is that when you get to the table, really just want to run the balls and keep your opponent seated. See Mr. Alex Juravich over there battling Mike DeShane on our neighboring table. Good kick there from Dave. Wasn't far off from pocketing that ball. I think if he did make it, he would have been shooting the 6 in the opposite side there. I think it would have stalled the cue ball on the left side of the table. But nonetheless, we're going to see a little back and forth here. You know, these situations are really the meat of the talent. And what I mean by that is when the balls are open, lots of players are capable of running out and shooting the balls into the pocket. But when you have these defensive exchanges, that's when you can see the difference in skill set and knowledge between the players. Dave with that smooth cueing there. Can't tell exactly how much he has of this. Apparently he had just enough, but again, you can see that when he's stroking through that ball, you can see the cue ball squirting just a bit, and his contact is just a hair off. Really can't force much here, especially when playing with English. Gonna drawing one rail here. So I want to get straight. Nice angle here. Few ways to play this. I think he'll play 2 rails and play it in the bottom right. 1, 2. And he's rolling right into that line for the 9 ball. Hey, Lance Lascotti, Ben Savoy, what's up, boys? I see Guama apologizing for the not so clear and clean pocket there, but it does fall. It's going to put us at 3 games apiece, racing to 8. Again, folks, if you want to continue watching these matches, you got to get yourself your pay-per-view pass. We're at McDermottClassic.com. This will be going back to the pay-per-view after this match for you folks viewing on Facebook or YouTube. And again, McDermottClassic.com. You can get the final 2 days. It's just a couple bucks. Come on, folks. Come on over. All right, Guama breaking rack number 7. They're tied at 3 games apiece. And he's going to end right in the center of the racking area. This is going to be a tricky one here. Going to be playing defense. I think he's going to try to get below this 5 ball. A little bit of left-hand spin, 2 rails, and try to fall right below that 5. He's considering going up table, putting the 2 under the 8, perhaps stalling 2 rails into the 6. He's going back with his original idea. Doesn't get the snooker. So Mr. Gavish is now left with just a side pocket to play offense. Bit of a thin cut. Now, in my opinion, I'm not sure that he had that pocket available, although he did shoot at it as if it was there. And if that shot was available, I'm sure that's why he shot it. I do think that perhaps he could have taken a bit more thought into the setup of that shot. You know, a lot of times you look at the missed opportunities from a player during a match, and it's not the skill set, it's the decisions. Guama overrunning the cue ball a bit here. Again, matches first thing in the morning. Now, a lot of times you see just some of that morning grogginess, if you will. And the players aren't in full stride just yet. And that's at all levels. Is kind of understanding the speed of the table and having that in the back of your mind as a subconscious thought. You don't really have to make the adjustments. You just go out there and perform. So again, Sanchez going to get an added opportunity here. He may elect to go forward here. I'd like him to stay on the right side of the table, though. Doesn't want to end up straight here. He needs to leave himself something to get back down for the 7 here. He's going to punch this one off that top cushion. A little bit of right-hand spin. Just like that. Nice smooth cueing here. You see him picking up his pace a bit, getting into that rhythm. He executes. It's going to put us at 4-3 now. And this is an all-ball foul format. All-ball foul. No time to mess around with moving balls and whatnot. Changing the outcome of what could be. It is all ball foul. All right, Guama making the 1 ball on the side. Doesn't have a clear shot at the 2 here, so we're going to see a push out. I think he may separate the 9 and the 6 here, or he might just go to the left side of the table and leave just a slice on the 2. You don't want to give him the whole 2 ball, though. Very simple safety available in that position, and I think Guama's going to regret giving him that. I think Dave can just bank the 2 ball back down table and leave the cue ball right behind that 3. Now again, things can be deceiving on camera versus seeing what's available to the player that is at the table here. And it does look like it's going to be a little tough to execute that safety option I was suggesting. And it's just not a ton of that 2 ball to contact. Again, Not a lot of friction on the cloth here, so I'm just going to attempt something here. See if he can make it happen. And I think he did well with that. Dave's going to have just an edge of this blue 2-ball. Going to try to just spin this one, cue ball back up 2 rails to the top of the table, perhaps resting above the 3. Nicely executed. Good speed control there from Gavish. It's going to be a tricky return here for Sanchez. There's lots of traffic in all directions as far as the kicking options are concerned. He's looking like he's going to either jump or masse to get through this 3-ball here. And I don't think that's a terrible option, as he has limited opportunities here. He's got to be careful with the scratch right off the side of this 2-ball. And that's going to be a tall ask, I think, as far as getting around this 3-ball. You can see how much of it he would have to go around. Really a tough shot here. I mean, these players are super talented, so it wouldn't be the first time I'd been surprised with these magic shots. And he's just going to offer ball in hand here. I'm not sure I like that. Very simple safety opportunity here for Gavish if he chooses to go defense one more time. You know, he could put the cue ball right underneath this 2-ball and bank it up above that 7, leaving the cue ball frozen on the bottom of the 4. That would eliminate a lot of avenues to get there. It looks like he's going to attempt a safety, putting the cue ball on the backside of the 4-5 here. But you got to make sure that that 2-ball is not easily struck with a kick 1 or 2 rails here, if that is how he goes at this. You got to remember, unless you cut off all avenues to that object ball, these players are going to figure it out. And I mean, I think he did okay with that. But I mean, there is a 1-rail kick, natural 1-rail kick available here in 2 directions. And for cueing comfort, he's looking like he wants to go to the top rail here. And I think he can come out okay with this. And you see him entertaining the second 1-rail kick option. And he makes contact. You know, I again really think that that was a missed opportunity from Gavish to really put him in a bad spot. You know, just blocking the ball, the snooker is not enough at a high level. And I don't think that that was a high-level defensive positioning there from Gavish. He really needed to cut off more of those avenues. Now, granted, he has an open shot here, but now the 6-9 is tied up. 6-ball looks like it only will pocket to the top right or the bottom left corner. And now Sanchez back at the table with a clear shot at the 2. Big stroke there, but He's going to fall a bit odd on the 3 ball here. He's going to back cut this to the corner. But he's got to get his cue ball to travel. And what a stroke from Gregorio Sanchez. I'm not sure if he's going to bank this ball or possibly just go right at the pocket here. He might need to throw it just a hair, and he does. 5 ball needs to slow up, and that does as well. This is really the key shot here. He needs to fall really good on the 6 ball, and if he's able to do that, then he's going to be able to complete this rack and take a 2-game lead. This is a really big swing in this rack here. So he's going to play the 5 on the side, it looks. Maybe carom off the 7, get above the 6. And I think he's lost his cue ball just a bit. I think he can handle this. But he definitely did not want to be up table. He didn't want this type of shot here. See a fairly strong stroke here. Needs to fall right above this 7. And again, a little awkward. Still makeable. This will somewhat seal the deal. And he nails it. Great play here from Sanchez. Nine to the top right corner. Shooting it right at his opponent. It's going to feel like a kick to the liver. There it is. 5-3 now to Gregorio Sanchez over Dave Gavish. We are racing to 8 games. And these players here are going to move forward and be from our digital pool bracket. You can go and see that. Just look up digitalpool.com. Look up the 2024 McDermott Classic 2. It's got a 2 at the end of it. And I'm trying to give you some information regarding the bracket. And the winner of this match will play the loser from Francisco Sanchez Ruiz and Rafael Debreo. So that's what we're going to see as far as this match is concerned. And again, to see all of the action, you got to get yourself your pay-per-view pass at McDermottClassic.com. Remember, it's all table streaming. You can watch every match. You're not going to miss one. It's not going to be just the featured table here. You're going to see all of the tables, and you can view those matches for up to 30 days on demand. I think it's a significant value as compared to just a one-table broadcast. And winner side matches today. Again, you can see all of them. I just mentioned Francisco Sanchez Ruiz, Rafael Debreo. We've got Antoine Nguyen and Lucas Fracasso Werner, Michael Feliciano, Sam Henderson, Barry Hetherington and Moritz Neuhausen, David Alcady and Chris Wilburn, Tommy Kayer, Shane Walford, Scott Frost and Nick DeLeon, Chris Adams and Mario He, Albin Ocean, Jonathan Pinniger, Mr. Hennessy. Got Chris Reinhold and Mickey Kraus, Tyler Steyer, Danny Olson, Saba Kundadze and Victor Zielinski. And those Max Lechner, Tom Thoreau, Matt Vergara, Jonas Sudo, Jeremy Sosi, and Sullivan Clark, and Jay Aliomer and Joshua Filler. Those are your winner side matches today. I mean, how do you not want to see those? Continuing on the B side, we have Martin Daigle and Kenny Donald, Clyde Mata, Alex Bausch, Eric Roberts, Mike Minicello, Gary Henderson, and Tang Trung Nguyen, Monik Suri, Robert Moniz, Brandon Schuff, and Vincent Boravarge, Alex Jurovich and Mike Deshane. Our match here, Gregorio Sanchez, Dave Gavish, Paul Song and Eric Hamill, John Francisco, Oscar Dominguez, David Mudre, and Donnie Mills, Yasha Shmira, Robert Pierce, Jason Robichaud, Ryan McCreesh, Chad Bazinet, Jimmy Rivera, Sean Wilkie, Raymond Linares, Max Adams, and Jeff Kennedy. I mean, again, we began yesterday, and we had a lot of matches yesterday. But in my opinion, we've really just begun. Yes, all of the B-side matches today are races to 8. Yesterday's B-side matches were raced to 7. And today's B-side matches are raced to 8. And the winner's side matches are increasing a game as well. Our winner's side matches will be races to 10 today. So you're going to get a lot of good action today from the McDermott Classic here at Amazin' Billiards. Again, if you want to see all of the information on the tournament, McDermottClassic.com, there's a link there to the brackets. And you can see the races. You can see the match times. You can see who's playing who, who's already played who. This way, there's nothing left to guess at. You'll just have all of the proper information. But I am going to be rocking with you for a while today via the broadcast right now. I'm going to be joined by Jeremy Jones and also Scott Frost in just a bit. And Guama going to steal this one again. Missed opportunity from Gavish on that 4-ball. It's going to be 6-3 now. And this is where you want to go right now, McDermottClassic.com. That's going to get you your pay-per-view pass. Again, after the conclusion of this match, we will be going back onto the pay-per-view platform. And if you ever have problems logging in or creating an account, please make sure that you're not in the Facebook browser. I know some folks have had issues with that. Just open up Chrome or an external browser. Don't go straight through Facebook in their browser. For some reason, doesn't react well. But tons and tons of quality 9-ball action coming today and tomorrow. Some of the world's best players right here at Amazin' Billiards. And Sanchez breaking, making the 1-ball again. So he's definitely got the breakdown here. I think Dave Gavish actually had the better of the two breaks, but he's just missing some opportunities. Yeah, and as I mentioned earlier, Dave Gavish, I want to say he's not an inactive player, but he's not a full-time player either. He's been dedicating a lot of his time in the pool world to his young daughter, who has been competing in events. And although Dave has missed some opportunities thus far, I think that's going to drive him to dig a little deeper. And at his level, I do think that he can tear back into this match and really just take it the distance. Anytime you're dealing with top quality players, they always have the opportunity to take the match back and really dominate and hold on. As I mentioned earlier, first round match for Joshua Filler in yesterday's beginning of this WNT event. His opponent broke dry. He ran the rack and added a 7-pack on top. And that's just a very common error from a player breaking dry. But Joshua made him pay. He didn't get to shoot again until it was the 9th rack, down 8-0. So again, whenever you're dealing with quality players, there's always the opportunity that you will not get to shoot, and they can steal the match back from you, regardless of the scoreline. This is a winner break format. So if Dave chooses to dig a bit deeper and give it his all, Sanchez can be in trouble. You see him picking up the pace slightly, trying to get that comfortable rhythm. Gavish looking to put himself at 4 here. And he falls nicely on this 9-ball. And Gavish takes rack 10 to put himself at 4, trailing now 6-4 in our race to 8. Now we're going to see if Dave is still holding on to that proper break that he had. And again, I really feel like Gavish had the better of the breaks. He made the ball, one ball in the side pocket, I think every time he's broken thus far. Made the wing ball and an additional ball in the bottom side, bottom corners. See Alex Jurovich in our background on the neighboring table, battling Mike DeShane. All right, here we go. Gavish breaking. This is rack number 11. And he's still trailing 6-4. All right, again pocketing the 1 ball. He's got a long 2 ball here. I think he's going to try to bury him underneath the 4. And again, a missed opportunity there to really lock Gama up here. Again, if you're not freezing that cue ball up against the obstruction. It's really just not going to be good enough at a high level of play. You know, whether it be a jump like we're seeing here, or a kick, masse. Probably not going to like the return here. Gavish pocketing that into the side pocket, so he does get the better of the exchange. Does get the better end of that exchange. Can't afford to make any errors here. Gavish has given Sanchez quite a few games back where he had every right to win that game. Sanchez winning 4 games straight, and then Gavish snatching that last one. And another missed opportunity there from Gavish. Really disappointed to see that. I know he's getting a bit frustrated himself. So Gavish not going to like his returning shot here. Going to be going to the air, hopping over the 8 ball. This may fall to that corner. It's not going to bite hard enough. And Sanchez going to get an open table opportunity here once more. Again, folks, we are going to be going back to our pay-per-view platform following this match. If you want to see all of the action, McDermottClassic.com. Again, use an external browser. Make yourself an account. It's really simple. And the list goes on and on as far as the quality matches that will be coming. And I listed the earlier winner side matches. But coming up today, nothing short of epic. FSR, Francisco Sanchez Ruiz, Rafael de Breo coming up at noon. Antoine Nguyen and Lucas Fracasso-Werner, Michael Feliciano and Sam Henderson, Barry Hetherington, Moritz Newhausen, David Alcady, Chris Wilburn, Tommy Kayer and Shane Wolford, Scott Frost and Nick DeLeon, Chris Adams and Mario He, Albin Ocean and Hennessy, Jonathan Pinniger, Chris Reinhold and Mickey Kraus, Tyler Steyer, Danny Olson, Saba Kundadze and Victor Zielinski, Max Lechner and Tom Theroux, Matt Vergara, Jonas Sudo, Jeremy Sosi, Sullivan Clark, Jay Eliomer, and Joshua Filler. Folks, if you do not feel the urgency to follow this event and continue watching these epic matchups, you might question your pool enthusiasm. And if you're local to Amazing Billiards, there's no excuse to not be here. It's Saturday. All top players in the room. Plenty of general admission spectator seating. I mean, what are we doing here, folks? Get your butts down here. 40 Faulkner Street, Malden, Massachusetts. All right, Sanchez breaking. This is rack 12. One ball falls in the side pocket. Nothing else falling. Two ball traveling to the top short rail. He's got a little uncomfortable cueing with that three ball. I don't think we're going to see any type of push out or offense here. We are going to see a defensive shot. And a missed opportunity again. And Dave Gavish going to take a quick break. We're going to take a word from a sponsor.
Whether you're new to pool and practicing the basics, or a more experienced player performing drills to improve your shot making and positional play, the drill partner is perfect for you.
It's time to shoot. Looks good. It looks real good.
We're in for an absolute thriller. Look at this.
The McDermott Classic will deliver all-table live broadcasting and top-tier commentary from professionals like Jeremy Jones, Mike DeMarco, Scott Frost and Mark White. With the infrastructure powered by Digital Pool and the support from partners from around the world, portions of the event will have commentary on multiple tables as well as feature matches in multiple languages. The world-class field of cueists will clash with emerging warriors from the United States and fight for ranking points on the World 9-Ball Tour. This year's McDermott Classic kicks off Tuesday, March 12th and concludes on Sunday, March 17th. Purchase your pay-per-view pass at McDermottClassic.com now and take advantage of the limited time early bird pricing available only until Tuesday, March 12th. All event information can be found at McDermottClassic.com.
We're back with Gregorio Sanchez and Dave Gavish here at the McDermott Classic here at Amazin' Billiards, Malden, Massachusetts. And Dave, I'm sure, has made himself a bit of a mental reset and a recalibration to not let this match slip away. He's one game away from elimination, and he's not going to settle. And sometimes your back is against the wall. It is only at that point that you're able to dig deep enough to put yourself in that winning position. Doug Ankerson, rather watch Earl and Efres. Well, I'm sure I know what you mean by that, but unfortunately, that is history, my friend. We cannot live in the past. We need to pave the way for the future, as nothing lasts forever. And the young, up-and-coming talents are making their claim in a game of 9-ball. And they are all here to showcase their abilities and entertain us. I see the question in one of our chats, what is the cost of entrance? General admission today is just $50. You can hang out for the duration. And I think that's a small price to pay. Rubbing elbows with the world's best and watching all of the action right in front of your eyes. Again, we are barely getting started. We have tons and tons of great matches coming today. All right, unfortunate miss there from Dave Gavish. And he can see the writing on the wall now. Sanchez looking to close out this rack and take the match 8-4. And this will complete the task. There it is. Gregorio Sanchez, 8-4. 8-4 over Gregorio Sanchez. Again, folks, if you want to continue to see the action here from the McDermott Classic, McDermottClassic.com to get your pay-per-view pass. Again, you can buy just today, but in my opinion, that would be ill-advised decision. Get today and tomorrow if you cannot make it to the room. And again, McDermottClassic.com is where to get your pay-per-view pass. Again, go to an external browser. Do not do it through the Facebook browser, as you may get an error, as some have seen. But if you are local to Amazing Billiards, please head on down. Tons and tons of great matches coming forward today and tomorrow. In just a little while, I'll be joined by Jeremy Jones and Scott Frost, bringing you some high-quality commentary and insight into the game of 9-ball. All right, for the folks via Facebook, we will be logging off shortly. There will be pay-per-view matches going forward. So again, grab your pay-per-view pass. I do see a lot of our B-side matches completing. I don't have results yet. And I want to thank Maine Pool Table Services, a fully insured full-time pool table mechanic, just under 15 years of experience. That's Mr. Jeff Robitaille. He's the trusted pool table mechanic serving the greater New England area commercially, residentially, as well as the clubs. Call Jeff if you need a hand refelting, relocations, repairs, or restoring that old pool table. Yes, he sells new and used tables. You can check out the website, mainpooltableservices.com, or call Jeff at 207-705-4258. Again, that is Maine Pool Table Services. Thank you, Jeff Robitaille. All right, folks. We'll be back with another match shortly. Remember, if you do have your pay-per-view pass, you can watch all of the matches on every table. You're not obligated to stay here, so you can move on over to any of those neighboring matches and see how those are rolling. But I will be back with you shortly. I'm going to take a word from some of our sponsors now. We'll be back with some more action from the McDermott Classic.
Whether you're new to pool and practicing the basics, or a more experienced player performing drills to improve your shot making and positional play, the Drill Partner is perfect for you.
It's time to shoot. This looks good. Looks real
We are in for an absolute thriller. Look at this.
The McDermott Classic will deliver all-table live broadcasting and top-tier commentary from professionals like Jeremy Jones, Mike DeMarco, Scott Frost and Mark White. With the infrastructure powered by Digital Pool and the support from partners from around the world, portions of the event will have commentary on multiple tables as well as feature matches in multiple languages. The world-class field of cueists will clash with emerging warriors from the United States and fight for ranking points on the World 9-Ball Tour. This year's McDermott Classic kicks off Tuesday, March 12th and concludes on Sunday, March 17th. Purchase your pay-per-view pass at McDermottClassic.com now and take advantage of the limited time early bird pricing available only until Tuesday, March 12th. All event information can be found at McDermottClassic.com.
All right, folks, on Facebook, we are signing off of the Facebook platform. Again, go grab yourself your pay-per-view pass at McDermottClassic.com. Got great matches coming your way all day today and tomorrow, getting down to the final 16 players after today's matches. I am Mike DeMarco from Ship the Cash here at Amazing Billiards for the McDermott Classic. Again, go grab your pay-per-view pass at McDermottClassic.com. Stand by for round number 2.
Round 2 of the day. 10:30 matches coming out right now. Players, when you hear your name, please go to your tables and begin. Remember, this one all matches race to 8 winner break. All right, next on table number 5, it's Sean Wilkie, Raymond Linares. It's Sean Wilkie, Raymond Linares, that's on table number 5. Table number 6, it's John Francisco, Oscar Dominguez. John Francisco, Oscar Dominguez, that's on 6. Table number 7, David Moudre, Donnie Mills. David Moudre, Donnie Mills, that's on 7. Table number 8, it's Chad Bazinet, Jimmy Rivera. Chad Bazinet, Jimmy Rivera, that's on table number 8. Table 9, Max Adams, Jeff Kennedy. Max Adams, Jeff Kennedy, that's on table number 9. Table number 12, Jason Robichaud, Ryan McCreesh. Jason Robichaud, Ryan McCreesh. It's on table number 12. Again, all matches race to 8 with a break. Tables finishing. Those last few matches will be called. If your match has been called, please go to your tables and begin. Good luck.